Hey, testing. Go clean your teeth, Mrs Bonneville.
I'm going to go and clean my teeth. And
all right.
In fact, I'm going to go and walk and clean my teeth.
All right, go walk and clean your teeth and we'll test the microphones.
Yeah, and test it and everything. Yeah. But obviously not when I'm
all
cleaning
right.
my teeth, because that would be silly.
Yeah, it would. Got a microphone. Mrs Bonneville, where are we?
We're just outside. Oh, we just stood outside Narrowboat Love Life Drive.
That was hard, wasn't it?
I know. It's first thing in the morning. It's 9 o'clock.
And what we're going to do today, folks, is we're going to take you along. We've got microphones. Mrs Bonneville's mic'd up. I'm mic'd up, well, in a fashion. And we're going to do our monthly podcast, which we're a week behind on, so apologies we didn't do it last week. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a walk down to Stenson Lock, have some breakfast and answer all of your questions that you've kindly sent in. I hope this microphone, I feel like a roving news reporter. Got the questions in the bag here on the iPad, so we will pick up with you in a momento when we get to our first location to answer a couple of your questions. Mrs Bonneville, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you in a minute. Right, folks, first location is, we are still in the marina. Let me just get my iPad out and probably, yeah, not bad, bud. We'll do, folks, the first two questions, I think.
Don't let me look, because I'm not to look at them. I won't look at them.
Yeah, Mrs Bonneville never gets to see the questions. Come on, you know the script now. Right, so first question is from David and Jane Potter from the K&A aboard a 65-foot wide beam. Look at you. And they sent this question in via our website, which is lovelifedrive.co.uk. Let me just read it out. You pair are the best thing on YouTube. That's connected to boats.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take that every day. You say it as it is, and that's so bloody refreshing. Thank you. We love watching you both. You are more than welcome. We've always said we don't duck anything, and we just answer things as we see, and we just share things as we see. It's just our opinion, okay? Right. We are green with envy because that boat is absolutely beautiful and is spec'd right up. We viewed it and so wanted it, but couldn't sell our Collingwood because we've got a few issues, to say the least, with it. That's unfortunate. Sorry about that, but our benefit. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But
anyway, that's for another day. So, David and Jane have actually got two questions. What, if any, work will you be doing to the boat? And a quick question, God forbid if you lost the boat, don't be wishing that on us, God forbid if you lost the boat, would you look for another Aqualine again? P.S. if you're ever down here on the K&A, please do drop us an email ahead, and we'd love to welcome you on board for drinks. David and Jane, thank you.
Thank you. We loved it down at the K&A.
We did.
We went down there for a few days, didn't we?
Lovely.
It's fabulous.
So, what work will we be doing to Ciao Bella? Let me have a go first, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So, inside, we'll come on to, we love Ciao Bella, but it's had a little bit of a hard life outside. They've had one of those self-seeking satellite, you know, those big box dishes that they put on the top. Anyway, they've taken that off and it's peeled quite a little bit of the paint back, and visually to the eye it looks horrible. So the roof needs a fair bit of work. It's nothing major, it's just cosmetic. It would actually put a lot of people off. It's certainly not put us off. So there's that. The boat needs blacking, and I think any boat, whether it be wide beam, narrow beam, any boat that needs blacking looks a little bit untidy. But again, that's just cosmetic. Anything else? I mean, if money wasn't an issue, a new back canopy. It's just the outside of the boat has seen a little bit of weather, but all of it will be brought back to new.
But we've seen a little bit of weather, haven't we?
Speak for yourself.
Some more
Speak
than
for
others.
yourself. So yeah, that's the outside. The inside, which you've seen, obviously, and for those folk that haven't seen, I'll link to the little tour we did recently. There's a lot of shelving, which we like, and we've decided to keep the shelving, but have doors made.
Yeah,
not on all of them.
Yeah.
Just cupboard doors.
Because what we were going to do, we were going to get Street A to remove some of the...
Just remind the viewers who Street A are.
You say it better than me.
Street A are boat engineers.
That's
here
boat engineers.
at Mercia Marina.
I forget, I'm at that
Mrs
age.
Bonneville always says that, expecting everybody to know who they are.
Sorry. We'll have to get a picture of the lads and just stick them on. So we were going to ask them if they would remove some of the shelves, But somebody came up with what? In fact, it was somebody on here, wasn't it?
Someone made a comment which I thought was
said,
spot
why
on.
not put some cupboard doors on, and then you've got cupboards rather than lots and lots of shelves. So that's what we're going to have a look at.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to leave some of the shelving on display, but as I say, a lot of it will be cupboard doors. The other thing that we're not going to do to Ciao Bella is we're not going to clutter it with furniture and stuff. We love it because it's really open plan. It's a huge big space for a wide beam, and we love that about the boat. So
I'm looking forward to doing sort of like Zumba and things in there to keep fit.
Moving right on. David and Jane's second question. God forbid, if we lost the boat, would we look for another Aqualine again? Personally, yes. We've had another question about, which I'll come on to, but Aqualine for us, I think, without a doubt, that the fit and finish is the best. We think, unless you're going bespoke, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 quid, and that's out of our budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Aqualine again. We wouldn't look at another boat, to be honest with you.
But we're not going to lose her, are we?
No, we're not going to lose her. So don't be doing that just because you viewed her and you couldn't
Getting
get
your
her.
voodoo dolls of Mr and Mrs B.
Right, we'll do one more quick question from here and then we'll move on.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yes, thank you, David and Jane. Right, second question.
Thanks, David and Jane.
Thanks, David and Jane. She's got one on today, I'm telling you. Right, second question is from Mark and Sue from St Helens, and this again was via our website, lovelifetriumph.co.uk. We love you two fools and think you are great. Thank you for the honest and straightforward approach. It's the only thing we can be. But as I say, it's just our opinion on things. Just started to look for our first boat and have a question.
Ooh, excited.
You come into the wrong place. Legs. Oh. Mrs Bonneville's got restless leg syndrome.
I'm just giddy.
Right, Mark and Sue's question. Boat snobs, have you come across it and them? We keep coming up against, you need an Aqualine, you need this, you need that. They are the best, blah, blah, blah. P.S. Please keep the vlogs coming. Boat snobs, have we come up against them?
Yeah. I think you'll come up against them with whether you've got. We've had bike snobs when we've been doing the bike things. You have house snobs. You have garage snobs.
Keeping up with the
garden
Joneses.
snobs. Everything.
Yep.
We've just said about wanting the Aqualine because we've been on the Aqualine and we absolutely love the way it's fitted out. So for us, that's what we'll look at next. If we'd gone on a different one, if we'd gone on a different make, and we'd really fallen in love with that, we would have gone for that. We haven't looked at the word Aqualine and gone, we must have that because it's the best. No. We love it because we love it. If that makes sense.
And also, can I just say, if anyone out there thinks Aqualine are the best, you are, I'm sorry, delusional. They've got the best reputation, probably the best brand for mass produce, but there isn't a boat. The one thing that we've learned in the last 12 months, there is not a boat, new or second-hand, pre-owned, that's perfect. Far from it. There isn't one. And you are, I'm going to say it, you're kidding yourself if you think a certain brand is better than another certain brand and it won't break down, it won't do this, it won't do that. Every boat has got an issue. I'm telling you for a fact. I'm not trying to put anybody off, particularly, Mark and Sue, you're just starting. But there isn't a boat out there that hasn't got an issue. They should come perfect, but they don't.
But they don't. And just go on it, just in that mindset,
If you love the boat, it can be fixed. And if you've got the budget, it can be fixed.
And
you shouldn't have to have that mindset.
No.
But that's the reality, and that's what's happened to us, and that's what's happened to our friends and other folk here on the marina and other channels that we keep our eye on. But boat snobs, oh dear me, no, I don't get all that stuff. You've got to have this boat because forget it. It just, go with the boat that you like, go with the boat that you fall in love with.
And you will fall in love with it.
You will.
And like we said, it was just that it happened to be an Aqualine. If it was a completely different name, but we fell in love with it like we have, we would have gone for that. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there is a finite, let me just confirm, there is a finite line there. We do think Aqualine have got the best fit
out. And it was the fit out,
wasn't it? It was the fit out.
If you look at our tour that we did round the boat, around Ciao Bella, when you go into the bedroom, you look at the workmanship in the bedroom with the cupboards.
All over.
It's so impressive. It's
Yeah.
just lovely to see.
So
it really is.
just to stress,
so we
the
fell in love with that.
fit out, we think Aqualine are class leading, we really do.
Paintwork.
The rest of it, well, the rest of it, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry to keep stressing this, the fit out, that's what we think's class
Yeah.
leading. Right, let us go and carry on with our walk, so I can sort out
thank you.
Mrs Bonneville's restless leg syndrome.
Thank you to
on this bench.
who just answered that. Who just asked that question?
Answered it or asked it?
Asked it.
It was Mark and Sue from St Helens. Good
Mark
luck
and
with your
Sue,
boat search.
Thank you. Keep us informed on how
Yeah,
you're going.
definitely. Right.
And if you need any advice on a pair of old floaters, then just drop us a line. A pair of old
Bye.
floaters.
Oh, you're going to be a right handful today, I know it. We finally make it to the canal, of which we'll never take a boat on.
No, we said we might just bring her out and just
Yes.
park outside the...
That is a good point. More park. You can't see it on camera, folks, but just a little bit up there to the right, that's where we've threatened to bring Ciao Bella, 70-foot wide beam with a steering wheel.
I'll steer her out. I'm quite looking forward to steering her to the fuel and stuff.
Right, anyway, we are now, folks, going to walk down this way. About a mile and a half is Stenson Lock, and a nice little cafe next to it where we're going to have some food and pick back up. Well, no, we're going to pick back up with you way before then. We're going to be sitting down here in the towpath somewhere, aren't we, Mrs B?
Well, yeah.
Because we've got quite a few questions this week,
Yeah.
or this month.
Yeah.
Keep the questions coming. We are getting through them. I did mention on the last podcast that we've got quite a few, but I've put them into categories for this month. So if you don't get your name or your question read out, please don't think we're being rude, but we've kind of put them into categories. And this month very much seems to be kind of wide beam, heating, and a few other bits and pieces. So yes. Right, smile to the camera, Mrs B. Welcome back.
Oh, sorry.
Turn your phone off, Mrs Bonneville. I'm not editing this. Right, let's just do two more. We're about half a mile from Stenson, and obviously the canal is behind us. Right, so Robert and Anne, sorry for looking down, but as I say, that's what I'm doing. Why are you holding my hand? Why are you trying to be all nice? I'm joking. Right, so Robert and Anne via the YouTube comments. Why do you think some of the so-called high-end boat builders, not referring to Aqualine, install Sterling inverters and not Victron? Is it a cost saving? Love the vlogs and keep them coming. Sunday evening is genuinely look forward to. Thank you. Robert and Anne, no, I don't think it is actually. We've got a Sterling inverter, and the equivalent, our Sterling converter is I can't remember the exact title, it's a Pro Combi plus 5 kilowatt.
Is this on Love
no,
Life?
on Love Life. It's a big bugger. And we actually upgraded to that when we got the boat. Now, if I was to buy the equivalent Victron, it's actually cheaper. So it's not about price in terms of kind of, you know, replacing like for like. Our inverter, which is a Sterling, is actually more expensive than a Victron equivalent. I don't know why. It's not much more expensive. It's about £150 more. So I don't think it's cost. And personally, that's all I know about inverters. And again, I'm not really into all that. My inverter, I know Victron are a very, very good make. Ciao Bella has got a Victron 5 kilowatt inverter, and I'm delighted about that. But other than that, I'm really not sure why. I just think it's one of them brand things again. Hope that answers your question. Let me just change my hand for a moment and read this one out again. Sorry if I keep looking down. This is from Adam and Martin from Brighton, and this is via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. And they've put, see what you mean about back-to-back moorings now. Is it still something you are avoiding? We have looked at a few marinas and just felt they are not for us. Do you mind asking if Mercia is all back-to-back mooring? We think not, because you have mentioned it in one of your other vlogs. Wendy, please, please, please blow Martin a big kiss. He keeps saying he turns straight if a woman looked like you. That's more than one kiss for Martin. Right, so to answer your question, look, back-to-back mooring isn't for us. We're not criticising those folk that like back-to-back mooring. It is just not for us. Personally, I'd find it a little bit too hemmed in, and it's just not for us. Mersey Marina is not all back-to-back mooring. We're not back-to-back mooring on our super berth. There's quite a few other lagoons that aren't back-to-back mooring. The mooring we're going to isn't back-to-back mooring, so keep looking, Martin and Adam. I know what you mean. As I say, for some folk it might be perfect. That's what they might want, but for us, I just want a little bit more privacy and a little bit more space around me. So but again, I'm not criticising those folk that like back-to-back mooring. It's just not for us, is it, Mrs B?
No, it's just not. It's just we just like to just have nothing behind us, don't we?
Yeah, and just to enjoy just a little bit more scenery and a little bit more of a a different outlook. So hopefully that helps. And Martin, you've had your kiss from Mrs
Another one.
That's loads of kisses. Right, let's go walk down that canal and we'll pick back up with a few more questions in a moment. Right, see you in a minute. Bye. Did I do that then? I did. There we go, folks. It wouldn't be our monthly podcast without Mrs Bonneville feeding the ducks.
Well, the swans have started coming around the marina now, haven't they? They're usually on the pond as we come out, but we don't have the black swan anymore. And the black swan used to be very territorial on the marina with the geese and the white swans. Now he's gone, we've got the white swans and the geese back. It's nice, isn't it?
Where have the ducks gone? There they are, look. Come on, have your food.
They're a bit scared.
We work hard to provide that for you. Right, let's go find somewhere else down there to sit and do the next few questions, eh?
Yeah.
Onwards, as they say.
I'm zipping things up.
Oh, and by the way, I've got sensible footwear on this week.
About time.
I think the Crocs have now been assigned just to marina use only.
Yeah, but we'll wait till summer.
Long
Till
6
spring.
months.
Till spring.
Right, folks, we found a bench
A picnic bench.
alongside the canal, and we're just gonna I'm gonna finish I'm gonna finish I think the rest of the podcast questions here. What do you think this is?
Because it's nice and comfortable, isn't it?
Because it's nice and comfortable. I haven't got to hold the camera and stuff, because I get grumpy. Right, so let's move on. Ian and Carol Martin from Shropshire, via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. I am hooked up to the channel and binge watched all of your vlogs in a week.
Wow, are you okay?
Sorry.
After that.
It was so good, thank you. You are brilliant, and I've recently subscribed. Ian and Carol, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Question. Other than the huge depreciation, is there any other advantage of buying a nearly new wide beam like you pair have done? P.S. Carol, my wife, thinks I have a crush on Wendy. She may well be right. Sorry, Mr. B. You can always hit that unsubscribe button. Why wouldn't you have a crush on my wife? She's rather attractive, I think.
Thank you.
Right, so yeah, there's massive depreciation. When we finally move on board Ciao-Bella, we'll go into some detail, but we're buying a 2.5-year-old boat that cost a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money. Oh look, talking of boats, good timing. That's something we'll never do, take a boat out on a canal. I only say it to annoy our purists out there and thumbs down and why aren't you taking your boat out?
Lovely job.
Yeah.
Lovely job.
Right, so let's get back to the question, Mrs. B.
Yes.
Other than depreciation, is there any reason that we've gone pre-owned? The main reason outside depreciation, Ian and Carol, is, look, for us it's a little bit of a no-brainer. The boat has been in the water for a year plus, and the boat has been, I suppose, snagged. So therefore, he says, touching wood, the boat should stand a very, very good chance of being pretty much thumbs up. That's the main reason, outside depreciation. You've heard me bang on about before, I've never bought a brand new car. I bought an X-Demo. I've never bought a brand new motorbike. I bought X-Demo because of depreciation. It's been drilled into me in terms of running my own business for all my life, and a few other bits and pieces in terms of doing the right thing commercially. And buying a new boat is fine for some, but not for us. So hopefully that answers your question. Mrs Bonneville's gone very quiet.
Yes, no, I'm listening to you. Sometimes he talks a lot of sense, Mr. B. I've noticed that. I mean, I know I'm married to him.
She landed on her feet. That's what she's trying to say.
Sometimes he doesn't talk sense, but most of the time he does.
Ian, Carol, thank you. And seriously, don't unsubscribe even though you fancy me wife.
I'm okay with that.
I am not okay with that. No, next question. Right. Chris, restless leg syndrome.
I'm just kidding.
It's like Foxes Afloat when they do a live and...
Sorry, I'm Sean on that. I'm Sean, sorry.
Right, so Chris and Sue from Suffolk, and this has come via our YouTube comments. We are just looking for a boat and wanted to get your views on canopies. I always worry when we're looking for a boat and we want some advice.
If you're looking at how to float on a boat, then we're your man.
Yeah, if you want, yeah. Well, it's another boat.
Oh,
2 boats.
Oh, that's nice, though.
Right, so Chris and Sue have said canvas or PVC for a canopy. Who did yours on Narrowboat Love Life Triumph? Thank you for the vlogs and hope the question gets a mention. Right now. Right, so we've got canvas. The reason we went for canvas is, again, it's just a personal choice. We didn't want to go kind of PVC or whatever the material is. We just like canvas, don't we?
Yeah, we like the look of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're really, really thrilled with ours. And Titan, we put it on.
Other companies are
I'm
available.
sure there's other companies out there that are good.
Sorry, we're stopping because
there's
another boat.
There's a lovely little dog.
I wonder what it feels like to be in a boat on a canal.
Should we go there?
Anyway, no, so Titan boat canopies did our front and back. We absolutely love it. It is 100% waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
It's going into its second winter now. So for us, it would always be canvas. I just think aesthetically, for us, we went that way.
And do you know what's really funny? So we had the canopy put on the back of Love Life Triumph. Of course, it's a traditional stern. But it's almost like
it's a full wraparound.
Full wrap, and it's lovely. And so many people have said, oh, did that. And how many people, not saying that they followed our lead at all, but sometimes you buy something because you see it on something else rather than you read it in a magazine or something. And there's so many boats have had Titan covers, isn't there? So many of the different boats that are on our pontoon and the next pontoon. And
so what we're saying is Titan,
we love
some
Titan.
commission.
Yeah, we should get some, shouldn't we?
So hopefully that answers your question.
Canvas and Titan, that's our opinion, and we've got no problem with that.
Keith and Patty from Wiltshire. If you keep with that leg,
Sorry.
I'm not gonna video this if she keeps on with that leg. Stop it now. That's your final warning, Mrs Bonneville.
He said that in you mean it, boys.
Keith and Patty from Wiltshire via Love Life Triumph. Question: having a new boat built and at the stage of engine choice, help. Well, why have you asked me? Us. Barrowshire or Beta Marine? Love the vlogs, and please don't worry about giving advice on the engine if you aren't sure what to say for risk of offending folk. When have I ever been bothered about offending anyone? Keith and Patty, look, another boat every day of the week for me. Beta Marine. I'm going to say it in my humble opinion, even though we don't use the boat, Beta Marine are widely regarded as being one of the best marine engines. So Beta Marine. Ciao Bella has got Barrowshire, so of course when we're on Ciao Bella it will be Barrowshire every day of the week. I don't know. An engine, look, there's good ones, there's bad ones, as there are on cars, as there are on motorbikes. Beta Marine, Barrowshire, look, flip a coin, they're good engines. Maintain it and it'll last you. Whilst we haven't taken our boat out, an engine is an engine. It just requires, it just requires maintenance. So, it doesn't really matter. Hopefully that answers your question. Not.
I have no idea.
No, move on. Dave at...
Sorry.
Somebody comment on what restless leg syndrome is. Dave and Viv, not our real names.
Oh, Nice. Do you know what?
Wait till I've read it out.
Can I just say something, just very quickly? Just on that, I've always said, me and Mr. B, we should go and book a room in a hotel, because I've always wanted to be Tallulah Bankhead. She was a 1950s black and white actress, and I just think, what a fabulous name, Tallulah Bankhead. Isn't that just brilliant?
I'd check in as Mr. Grumpton.
So if we were going to be named something else, it'd be Tallulah.
Dave and Viv, not our real names, via our website. Question: we live on the marina, brackets, can't name it for obvious reasons, close brackets, where Y-beams are not liked by the narrowboat owners. It's so frustrating because a boat is a boat, correct, and I pay double the mooring fees, correct. Is it the same there, and how do you deal with it? My wife says Mrs B has the most beautiful hair, by the way, and what product does she use on it? Very quickly, Mrs B, what's the shampoo you put on your hair? Others are available.
Only curls.
Only curls.
Only curls. That's all the products from that. Only curls.
There you go. Others are available.
And it's naturally curly. This is naturally me. Thank you.
She knows I'm only joking. Right. So you're absolutely right. You're paying mooring fees. It's a boat and it's allowed on a marina. And if someone dared say that to me on Mercia, I'd burn their face off. So I have no truck with that at all. I really don't. And we're getting accosted by some dogs here. Right, next question. I hope that answers your question, by the way.
Food and we've eaten it.
Mrs Bonneville's gone. She's gone. No, so hopefully Dave and Viv, that answers your question. I don't think there's any place for it.
No.
A marina is a marina. And you know what? Again, I'm going to have a rant. If you don't like it, Mr Narrowboat owner, untie and go to a marina that doesn't accept Y-beams.
We're all just floating on the water, aren't we?
Oh dear.
We're all boaters.
And good luck
floaters.
with sorting it out. But maybe my approach isn't the right one. But I say, God help anyone that says that to me. Oh, moving on. No, it's not right. It's not right. Vic and Annie from Avon via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. Question: is there a big difference between the? I said it was Y-beam and Aqualine. Is there a big difference between the Aqualine fit and finish to that of others? We asked because we are just about to start our journey of buying a Y-beam, and noticed you mentioned on the recent video that you thought Aqualine were the best in terms of fit. P.S. The weekly vlog, by the way, is so good, and the walks are so very funny. Thank you. Vic and Anne, thank you. You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Look, I've nailed my colours to the wall now, to the flag, as they say. I happen to think Aqualine, by far, are the best fit. Just to confirm, I don't, however, think Aqualine have got the best paint on the market by a long way. But I do think, by far, they are the best fit and finish inside by a long way. Mrs B?
Yeah, I'd agree. I love the bedroom on Ciao. I love all Ciao Bella. But when you go in the bedroom of Ciao Bella, the built-in wardrobes and everything's solid and just well built and well fitted, and it's just lovely. It's just really nice. And
good point. And we've had a question earlier on in terms of, God forbid, if the sale fell through. I wouldn't buy anything other than a Aqualine in terms of fit and finish. I just wouldn't, unless we fell lucky and won the lottery. And I would go and spend £500,000 on a bespoke fit out. Then you're going up a different level. But there really, for us, isn't any kind of grey area there. So good luck with your boat search as well. I hope that helps.
Yes.
Now, apologies. We've had a question from Israel, and I do hope I've pronounced your name right. Idra has sent in a question via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. How do you manage without a freezer on the boat? The new Y-beam looks absolutely amazing, and I like the vlog on the weekend. Idra, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mrs B?
We've got a fridge and a little freezer. The little freezer's about like that, and it's amazing what I can squeeze into that little freezer. And you can cope. We can keep ice cubes in there and the odd slices of bread and a little bit of meat.
Oh, loaf of bread, not slice.
Yeah. Well, I like to do it in slices. Yeah. That's an all another maybe vlog. What I put in my freezer. I do struggle a little bit with just a little bit that I've got. But you know what? It does work. We've had some nice.
We've lived on the boat for a year with a
like
We've lived on the boat for a whole year with a fridge and a little freezer.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. What we were going to do, if we were going to stay on a narrowboat, we were actually going to take the dishwasher out. I'm not criticising dishwashers.
No.
We don't use our dishwasher.
Yeah.
We were going to take the dishwasher out and have a freezer put in there. So that is an option if we'd have stayed on narrowboat Love Life Triumph.
But I can't wait to get on Ciao Bella because Ciao Bella has got a full-size
Huge
freezer.
Yeah. So
and can I just say as well, sorry, I've already ordered my meat from the butchers in Repton, so I should be filling my freezer up.
and I hope you can hear that because we've got a freight train.
Oh, that'll be going on forever. How many did we count before? 39? 39.
Mrs Bonneville's like a butterfly. So, Idra, we've coped fine with a small freezer over our fridge currently. As I say, if we'd have stayed on narrowboat, we'd have had our dishwasher taken out and a freezer put in. We had that priced up by Street Hay, our kind of boat engineers here, boat builders, whatever you want to call them here on Mercia Marina. But Ciao Bella's got an enormous freezer, so happy days.
And a nice dishwasher, which I'm going to use.
So, Idra.
Thank you, Idra.
Thank you. Steve and Deborah. Sorry, I'm trying to whiz through these because we've got quite a few and I want to get, not rid of them, I want to answer them all.
Waffling.
Steve and Deborah via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. How do you manage to stay so upbeat about the odd negative comment you get? Mr. B, I saw the comment referring to you the other day as a pikey.
Which you shouldn't say that word
I
anyway.
really-
It's politically incorrect.
I really thought that was horrible, and I thought your comment about good luck with the social skills training course was so funny. And that's all Steve and Deborah have put. How do we stay so upbeat? Honestly, look, I've said it, and I know Mrs B will probably have a view as well, rightly so. My view is they're all back bedroom keyboard warriors who haven't got a life and who've lived with their mum and dad and probably always will. There are the odd sad individual who just wants to comment and thumbs down. Again, just not bothered. It actually is good for the channel in terms of the analytic. So in terms of remaining upbeat, it's just, this is me. Look, folk aren't going to like me, they're not going to like Mrs B, they're not going to like Love Life Triumph. Folk on the marina may not like us. Fine, stay out of my way, I'll stay out your way, and we'll all be civil. That's just how life is, isn't it? Doesn't matter if you live on a boat or in a house, it happens occasionally. But in terms of staying upbeat, you get one life. We live on a beautiful marina, we love where we live, and you know what, so many folk say to us, oh, you're actually like this off camera. Yeah, we are. Because we love where we live, and you get one life. About that, Mrs B.
Oh, just ignore them. Ignore them. I feel sorry for anybody that feels the need to try and upset somebody that they don't even know. If that's the sort of person you are, then you know what a sad life you have.
Yeah.
That's it. We've finished our rant now.
Yeah. Steve and Deborah, thank you.
Thank you.
Will and Vic from Glasgow, and this is coming via a website. It's just. They're all good questions. This, I think, is a really, really good question. Double glazing or not? Brackets. Don't kid yourself. The condensation has to go somewhere. You're absolutely right. By the way, the vlogs are great. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
So double glazing or not? I actually agree with your comment. Ciao Bella is partly double glazed in the bedroom, and I now know the reason for that. It's actually for a little bit of kind of privacy for sleep and all that stuff, quietness, but it also helps boat airflow. And I was reading that the other day actually, but that's for another vlog. So would I put double glazing throughout a boat? I'm not sure, because I agree with your point, Will and Vic. The condensation's got to go somewhere. I personally would like to see it on your window. Now, our boat, we get a little bit of condensation in the bedroom. No, we do. We put tiny little kitchen towel down just to help the condensation, so it doesn't kind of run blah 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 onto the floor. But we get a tiny little bit. The main boat cabin, we don't seem to get condensation, but when we do, I can see it on the window. Double glazing, I'm not sure. I've read some horror stories online in terms of double glazing on boats, in terms of where the condensation actually ends up. Personally, I want to see it so I can wipe it away. Plus, we've also got a dehumidifier. Get a dehumidifier. If you've not got a dehumidifier and you live on a boat, personally, I think I think you need your lumps feeling. I really do.
Whatever they are.
Ours has just started to be used again. Obviously, we didn't use it in the winter, in the summer, sorry. But we only plug it in once a week for a few hours.
It's when we change the bed every Monday,
Yeah.
and we tip the bed up, so we put it underneath the bed, and we just leave it on.
Yeah, get a dehumidifier. It really helps. So personally, as I say, I wouldn't go for double glazing to answer your question. And for those reasons, I want to see where that condensation is. I don't want it seeping elsewhere. Anyway, hope that helps. Tony from Watford via YouTube. Teak deck, any views on it, as it's bloody expensive? Also bring back Mrs B's PTs, please. Tony, no, get over it. We're not going down that road again about Mrs B's pillion tips when we had a motorbike channel. Right, teak deck. Any views? Well, we've never had it. At the moment on Love Life Triumph, on the front and back, we've got that matting, you know, that you can cut and clip in. And Ciao Bella has got teak deck on the aft deck and on the well deck. I know it's an absolute fortune. So my views on it is, to the eye, I think it looks beautiful. It looks wonderful.
We're going to be right posh, aren't we? We've got all these posh things.
Ask me in a year. Ask me in a year. I did look at getting it on Narrowboat Love Life Triumph, believe it or not, in the well deck and also on the back deck, and it was a silly price, so I don't know. So yeah, Tony, look, ask us in a year once we're on Ciao Bella, and we'll gladly give you kind of, you know, what's it like after a year. It's obviously, the boat's 2.5 years old, and at the moment the teak deck looks like new. It looks wonderful, so if that's anything to go by, hopefully that helps. Right, and Mrs B's PTs, no. Elaine and Alan King from Lymm, I think that's in Cheshire, and this has come via Love Life Triumph. Question, this is quite a long one, I'm going to read it all out first. We have a new wide beam and are a little bit dissatisfied with the size of the bed. It's a king size. Don't know why, but anyway. Having watched one of your vlogs where you were both on what can only be described as a football pitch, made us think, one, what size is that football pitch you sleep on at the moment, and what size is the bed on the new wide beam? Two, who made it, if it's not too cheeky to ask, and how much? And what mattress and what bedding? It looks so lovely. We love you pair, and also wanted to say thank you for the vlogs, really easy to watch and listen to. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Elaine and Alan, our current bed on Narrowboat Love Life Triumph, what size is it? It's a super king, yeah. Oh, sorry, there's a dog.
It's photo bombing.
Yeah, our current bed is a super king size. It is enormous. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Who made it? So it's obviously, it's a pull-out bed. It's extension. A fabulous carpenter who works for Street Hay Engineering here on Mersey Marina. We don't mind telling it, it's solid oak. It was £400 to be made, and personally, we think that is money well spent.
4,000 would have been, it's just the best bed
we
ever.
wouldn't have spent £4,000 on it.
But we look forward to getting it.
The bed's amazing, yeah. So it's a super king size, cost £400 to make. What mattress and what bedding? Look, I'm not going to tell you the cost of the mattress. You need to go and Google it, because these things aren't cheap. The mattress is a airflow marine mattress, and we've also got the dry matting as well. Please go and Google airflow marine mattresses.
So we got our normal double mattress that was already there, and then you can actually you do the measurements, and they'll make you a mattress to fit in the space that you've extended it to.
And on Ciao Bella, to answer your question, it's actually the same size, because I went on the boat the other day and measured it. So we're lucky, we've got a super king size on Ciao Bella, and we've also got the marine airflow mattress on that as well. And I'm not going to talk about money. Go Google. They are seriously not cheap. So the mattresses,
so comfy.
Yeah. Look, our view is don't skimp on your mattress. Have a good night's sleep, but you need to go and Google how much they are.
Me and Mrs B love each other dearly, but it's nice when we sleep like that sometimes.
Yeah, and also, you know, it links to, you know, God forbid, if we lost the sail, you know, that happens. It's out of our control. We live on a wonderful boat, and the bed on our narrowboat is, honest to God, it is amazing. Yeah, it can be a little bit of a pain to make because it's obviously goes side to side. You can't walk around and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to walking around the bed, but our boat, particularly the bed, is amazing. So don't scrimp on your mattress, and don't scrimp on it.
Save up for a really good
Save
one
up for it, and
Google
Google marine airflow mattresses. Super king size. They're not cheap. They're really not cheap. Right.
Anyway,
so
look, you see, I'm already thinking about going to bed now. We've only just got up.
right, we've had a question here. I can't, and I've promised I wouldn't mention the name. I'm just going to read it out. How do you manage the folk who whinge? We live on Mercia, and for obvious reasons don't want to reveal our names. We have lived here for a few years and simply love the place. It must annoy you. It sometimes exhausts us just listening to folk whinging. We wonder if on your travels, when you were looking at other marinas, did you pick up any negative vibes? Your vlogs are brilliant and we love them. We'd love to share who we are, but hope you understand why not. Absolutely.
Totally get it. Totally
Absolutely.
Get it. Yeah.
Look, we've addressed this on another question. Mrs B hit it on the head. You're going to get folk like that, whether you live on a marina, in a house, a static caravan, a park, whatever you want to call it. How do we manage it? I smile, I listen. I don't think I'm, rude to anyone, but I've always said, upset my wife, upset Mrs Bonneville, it's over. That's it. Other than that, we are the most, I think, easygoing. All I want to do, as I say, is live my life, go for these lovely walks with Mrs Bonneville, have lovely days out and evenings out with our good friends Neil and Paul, and do a bit of fishing, and also my mentor Gary, my fishing mentor, and his lovely wife Claire. We've got lovely friends here, but as I say, I'm sorry to labour this, my only line in the sand is you upset my wife, it's over, you're over. So we just live our life.
Yeah, just try and let it wash over your head, because you're going to get it. You're going to get people that are just never happy unless they're moaning about everything. Yeah. We live in a nature reserve that's kept beautiful by
where we
a
are
load
at
of
the
lovely
moment.
people. Just you look at the beauty of it all and enjoy it, and just think.
Ignore them.
Yeah,
ignore them.
Ignore them.
Maureen from Torbay in Devon. We were recently, a few months. We had a lovely few days there.
Love it down there.
And this has come via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. We've only got 2 more questions after this, by the way. Maureen's put, did you change your mind about the wide beam you filmed because it was a Collingwood, and go for the Aqualine because of the better fit, finish and reputation they have? P.S. David, my husband, is still in shock about the motorbike gloves you did, Mrs B. We're never going to get rid of this. We love you, pair, and keep the videos coming. David, right, did we change our mind about the first wide beam? The first wide beam we filmed was called, we're going to say it was called Stargazer.
Beautiful.
Wonderful boat.
Beautiful.
I still love that boat. I love it. Forget the makes, we've had that conversation. Yes, we think, it's just our opinion, Aqualine are far better in terms of fit and finish. But I still love Stargazer, and it happens to be a Collingwood.
Yeah.
I love Stargazer because of the layout, but as we've said on the video last week about Ciao Bella, Mrs B really wants an island bar, and fine, that was our compromise. I love Stargazer because it got a free-standing bath, an enormous free-standing bath.
I would have liked to have had
and a
bath.
beautiful bathroom. But anyone looking at Stargazer may not like that bathroom. But again, that's all that personal bit. So, no, we didn't come away from that because it was a Collingwood. We came away from it because we compromised, and Mrs B and me loved, and still do, Ciao Bella.
And we've got a well deck.
We've got a well deck.
And an island.
And it's a 70-footer.
And we just thought, we're going for a wide beam. Why not have it exactly how we want it? Because it's not like we're going to be taking it out anywhere other than just out of the marina and mooring up just outside the marina. So, it's a little bit bigger than Stargazer, but we're literally not going to think, we're taking it up the Khyber Pass or something. I don't know. I've
got to edit this.
I know.
No, so look, we've said it a million times. the fit and finish on the Aqualine is just
We
better.
just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
We just fell. I walked onto Ciao Bella and I just went, oh, and that's it.
Well, actually, I walked onto Ciao Bella a good couple of weeks before we both walked onto it. I immediately fell in love with it because of all the shelving for me. Right, moving on. 2 to go. Colin and Norma Griffiths from Bennington.
Sorry,
Bennington on the Wirral. Via lovelifetriumph.co.uk. Question: any regrets coming away from the traditional lifestyle of rent or mortgage, utility companies, keeping up with the Joneses, etc.? We ask because we are thinking about doing the same, and it is terrifying us. Also, just wanted to say we love the vlogs and how you are both so straightforward and honest. You can only be straightforward and honest because you need to sleep in your bed at night. That's my view with that.
We can sleep in ours
Yeah,
because it's a super king
because
size.
it's massive. Colin and Norma.
Any regrets?
Any regrets?
No. None. None whatsoever.
Let me put it into context very quickly about the utilities. We have spent, next week it's a year almost, we've been on the boat.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Time of filming this. Anyway, look, it's a year. We've spent £60 on gas. We used to spend that a month. Now, we didn't leave our house and buy a boat because of that. It really wasn't. It was a lifestyle gamble for us, which just happens to have paid off. But utility bills and utility companies, do we miss that? No. Do we miss paying a mortgage? No.
Council tag.
Nothing. The only thing I miss, the one thing I miss about land is my garden. I love gardening. That's the only thing I miss.
But you can have lots of pots and things on the wide beam now, can't you?
Yeah, that's it.
Do that.
So just go for it. We can't give you any other advice other than what we've experienced and are going through.
And you know that we had no dealings with boats before that. Never set foot on a boat. No. We didn't even know there were canals, all the canals that there were. We knew nothing. We just literally took a gamble because we're outdoor people. Yeah. And we just thought, you know what, let's just do it. And we did it, and it's been brilliant. One life,
go live it.
We just love it.
So hopefully that answers your question, Colin and Norma, and thank you for all the comments, by the way. Final question. Patricia and David Stanthorpe from London. And this came in via YouTube comments. Love you pair, and just wanted to know if you feel the move from a narrowboat to a wide beam is an upgrade. Reason we ask is we are currently on a narrowboat and looking at wide beams, and everyone is saying, oh, you're upgrading. Thing is, this is such a good point. Thing is, our narrowboat cost us £230,000 and the wide beam we are looking at is around 180. That's such a good point. Personally, no, I don't think it is an upgrade.
No.
I really don't, and that gets it frustrates me if I'm honest with you, because that goes into that snobby thing, and for us buying a wide beam, we don't consider it as an upgrade. We're just buying because we want more space.
We want more space.
We just want more space. So no, Patricia and David, like you, don't think it's an upgrade, and particularly for you guys.
Yeah.
You know, going from a £230,000 narrowboat to a wide beam that's 180, that's not an upgrade.
There's some wide beams on our pontoon that are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Probably what I'm running. Well, we walk around and we see some of them.
Yeah.
And you know, Ciao Bella needs a bit of work doing to her and stuff, and
she needs some love.
She needs some love. And
outside.
She's probably a lot less than some of these gorgeous narrowboats. So
why are you whispering?
I don't know. But so no, it's
not. And as I say, I don't want to labour it, but I will say it mildly frustrates me when people think that. We are not those two. We are getting a wide beam because we just want more space. It's not an upgrade, absolutely not an upgrade. And Mrs B's right, there's boats on our pontoon, there's boats around the marina, and narrow boats that have cost
a lot of money,
an awful lot more than a wide beam. So really, really good point.
Yeah, very good.
Listen, that's it, we're done. I hope.
I've been wobbling my leg.
She's been wobbling,
ranting,
wobbling.
everything.
but we love her. Listen, we hope you've enjoyed this monthly podcast. Please keep your questions coming in. We will, of course, be back next week with our usual weekly vlog. You've got to watch it because there's a little bit about me fishing with my mentor Gary and his lovely wife Claire and their beautiful dog Bruno. So please tune in for that one. We have had a few questions about, why have you not put more fishing stuff in?
Photo bombing.
Yeah, we have had a few questions about why have you not put any more fishing stuff in, but please wait till the next weekly vlog. You do seem to be getting rather excited about catching some fish. And by the way, yeah, they were actually all down to my mentor Gary. Right, we will see you soon. As I say, hope you've enjoyed this this podcast. Mrs Bonneville, say goodbye.
See you next week.
Goodbye.